Hollywood and the four corners of the world. You asked for it. Starring Rich Little. Here's the star of You Asked For It, Rich Little.
Thank you. Thank you, and welcome to the only show on television that takes you anywhere in the world just because you asked for it. Tonight, an acrobat on a speeding car, the jewel mines of Brazil, in Hollywood, the world's weirdest hairstylist, and much, much more. But first, on Taiwan's famous Street of Snakes, there's a medicine man who allows himself to be bitten by poisonous snakes just to sell his snake bite medicine. And his assistants, a cobra, an eagle, and a mongoose among them, put on a deadly show for the customers. Here's Jack Smith with the story because Pat Rataco of Bloomfield, New Jersey, you asked for it.
Rich, a cobra is a dangerous, deadly, poisonous snake. And here before a crowd of fascinated onlookers, it's being encouraged to strike at its natural enemy, an eagle. Now another bird against a python. The reason behind this seemingly cruel exploitation of animals is a commercial one, to sell snake products to the hundreds of customers who crowd Snake Alley every night. A Westerner has to keep remembering that each culture has its own perspective and way of relating to the animal world. Snakes are especially revered in the Orient for their healing powers, and if it's any comfort, the snake doesn't always win in these contests. This time, the bird has the upper hand. A mongoose is now introduced into the show. This small native of Asia is renowned for its ability to outmaneuver any snake. On the slick surface of this table, the footing is tricky. But when a mongoose is set, the odds are definitely on his side. Now, a lot of this makes no sense to us, but try to think of it as an old-time medicine show, where the whole point is to attract customers for something a lot like old-fashioned snake oil. It's a snake cocktail containing several parts and products of the snake. In a base of rice wine are placed venoms, organs, and blood in various mixtures for the relief of various symptoms. The pitchman is selling a cure for snake bite.
You know this snake? Have you seen? 100 peso. This name is 100 peso. It means somebody bited, he must die in 100 steps.
And to prove its potency, he will actually allow this poisonous snake to bite him. By imbibing quantities of his own product, the pitchman has managed to build up an immunity to the venom. Now he offers it to the onlookers. There must be a lot of problems with snakebite in this area because several customers agree to sample his wares. Some other claims are added about how this powerful concoction can cure diseases and increase potency, and the money rolls in. But that's the whole idea. I sympathize with the eagle. He doesn't know why he's here. But I know why I'm here, because you asked for it.
You know, on this show, we bring you customs from around the world. They sometimes may seem harsh to us, but they are accepted practices in the cultures which we show you. And as such, are a way of life to these people. Now, when we come back in a moment, we'll have the answer for all you guys and gals who really want the latest and unusual hairdos. We'll be right back.
And now back to Rich Little.
You know, Hollywood is known as the glamour capital of the world. It is also sometimes called Holly Weird. Well, because Charlene Everett of Portland, Oregon asked for it, we sent our Desiree Goyette to investigate one of the weirdest hairstylists in Hollywood.
Rich Attila in Hollywood is one of the most popular and original new wave hairstylists around. He specializes in taking average, everyday people like this guy and transforming them into punk rock fashion plates, multicolored hair, mohawk styles, spiked up creations, and any style you can dream up.
It's really nice to look at something different, you know. So it's refreshing your surrounding. If you look a little bit different with your hair, you can express so much. And it seems to me like everybody take care of the clothes, the way they look, how his car looks, how his apartment they decorate it. When it comes to hair, it's basically the same old, you know, just long hair, or just same old style. The reason I'm doing this is because it's lots of fun and it's change, and why not?
Attila started in New York City when glitter rock was at its peak. His interest in music, his friends in the record business, and his work as a hairstylist there led to his gradual evolution from run-of-the-mill hairstylist to king of the punk rock fashion scene. Anyone who sits down in one of Attila's salon chairs can be guaranteed a one-of-a-kind look. It costs about $50 for a total transformation, but evidently his customers think it's worth every penny. Attila begins by cutting a number of lines into Eduardo's hair in a combination of long and short cuts.
How are we going to bleach it out? So what do you say, Eduardo? So far, so good?
It's great. I like it. So far, so good.
And once the hair is bleached, Attila accents the ends of each section with different colored dyes. Along with a new hairstyle comes a new face, and magic markers and grease pencils add the finishing touch. Well, just an hour later, and Attila's created another masterpiece. What do you think about it, Eduardo?
I like very much. It's good.
What about you?
Well, Charlene Everett of Portland, Oregon, if ever you're in Hollywood and you're in need of a look that'll really make you stand out in a crowd, Attila's the man to see. And we've seen him today because you asked for it.
Each his own. And to think I used to get upset when the barber took too much off my sideburns. You want to give us a challenge? Well, we'll meet it. Anything you want to see, danger, daredevils, excitement, we dare you to challenge us. Write to us here. You asked for it, P.O. Box 1980, Hollywood, California, 90028. Every night on You Asked For It, Jack Smith joins us to present another great story from the original 1950s show. And here he is again, Mr. Jack Smith.
Thank you. Thank you, Rich. You know, it was 1959 when a young, newly married couple put together a sensational new act. An act like nothing that show business had ever seen. Well, here they are again, Don Wood and his wife, Maritella. The Acrobat on a speeding car.
Husband and wife. Even on a stationary trapeze, this would be a thrilling act. But here Maritella performs above a speeding car on a swaying 25-foot pole whipped by the wind. No tan bark or net below. She drops to the toe hang. the tow hole. Now the one arm, very difficult above a speeding car. From a back layout, she again drops to the tow hang. Ready to perform on the rings, and they call this the iron arm. Into the circle, car still moving right along. She lowers the rings and returns to the high bar. Preparing now for the head hang, a velvet-covered harness around her neck, suspended to the bar. Added to her weight, the pull of that speeding car. The neck swivel, and watch her spin. Acrobatics on a speeding car. You asked for it.
You know, the tricky thing about that act is, Jack, that the driver has to make sure that he doesn't go under any bridges.
Or through any tunnels.
Through any tunnels, true. I'll be back in a moment to show you the fabulous jewel mines of Brazil. Stay right where you are.
And now back to Rich Little.
Diamonds, a girl's best friend, right? No, a girl's best friend is the lawyer who gets her the diamonds. Now, believe it or not, these are not diamonds. No, these are just pretty pieces of glass. But where do diamonds come from besides sugar daddies? Well, we sent our Georgetta Ruba flying all the way to Brazil to follow the trail of these gemstones from the remote mines to the swank shops of Rio de Janeiro. Because Michael and Cheryl Ridgway of Marietta, Ohio, you asked for it.
It's hard to believe that these beautiful, dazzling gemstones are considered by many people to be only semi-precious. Their names are aquamarine, tourmaline, amethyst, topaz, and semi-precious or not, they cost thousands of dollars. To get to them, we have to travel. Travel to exotic places like this, the Brazilian town of Ouro Preto. This antique place owes its history to the search for gold and jewels. We're going to get to take part in that search today, starting in the heart of mine country and ending up in the expensive salons of Rio. Ouro Preto was built during the gold rush days of the 1600s. Tourists fill the town now, but few of them ever get beyond the cobblestone streets. Few of them ever get lucky enough to visit a topaz mine. Would you ever believe that beautiful jewels come from country that looks like this? And if that's not enough for you, look at the way they search for them. Men are literally moving mountains here in the quest for jewels. The huge mounds of earth are systematically scooped out, with the mud taken by the truckload to workers who begin to blast it apart. Their tools are high-pressure streams of water, which wash away the dirt step by step, until all that's left are the rocks and rubble, where the jewels themselves are found. The miners spend hours picking through the loose material until every once in a while they find them, a few beautiful orange-colored crystals, the precious topaz in the rough. For this work, these people earn $300 a month. The product, a few handfuls of stones each day. Back in Rio, Simone Gorian tells us of her personal love for these beautiful gems. She is a manager at the headquarters of the famous H. Stern Company, specialists in Brazilian jewels, and among the top 4 jewelers in the world.
And it's still always amazing to me that from a rough stone that looks almost like a pebble, we can make such a gorgeous thing come out.
Simone Gorian is one of many people here who have found a profession they truly love. Among the colleagues she most admires are those who work in the lapidary shop, where raw stones are turned into jewels.
The stone is picked out in the rough, and then he will choose which way to cut it so that they can bring the most out of that particular stone.
Getting the most from each rough crystal means every finished jewel is different from every other. It means that the man who grinds the facets must be able to tell by sheer experience where to place each one. It is an art, and one small mistake can ruin the gem. And so now you can appreciate why these stones cost so much. They are more than jewels plucked from the earth. They represent hours and hours of highly skilled and expensive work. The topaz ring from the mine near Ouro Preto, $25,000. A tourmaline necklace for $60,000. A bracelet made of different colored stones selected from all over Brazil, large in size, perfect in quality, and costing almost $90,000. They began as rough crystalline stones dug from the dirt and mud of the mines. But like the ugly duckling, they become things of beauty. And you've seen it happen because you asked for it.
This is Carol Channing. Why do those men go through all that trouble to get those gorgeous stones? Why don't they do what I do? Just ask some nice man.
Rich will be back in a moment with more You Asked For It. And now back to Rich Little.
Thank you, John. You know, we get some wonderful letters from you people out there, and some crazy ones, too. I mean, real crazy ones, like this one. This is from, well, let's see. It's from Danielle Leonard of Croydon, Pennsylvania. Dear Rich, would you stand on your head and imitate Elvis Presley singing Jailhouse Rock? What a silly request. But, Danielle, I thought I would do it on the show today, so I practiced it at home. Guess what? I fell over and hurt my back. So all I can say to you is, oh, don't be cruel, too hard is true. Don't be cruel, too hard is true. Oh, here's a request straight from the heart of an older brother. John Parsons of North Ridgeville, Ohio, writes, Dear Rich, I would like to see a simple human sacrifice. My mother said I could donate my 13-year-old brother for this event. Well, we can bring you that kind of warmth and human story because... You asked for it! See you next time. Good night.